Good evening, and welcome to the Curse of Strahd. Who would like to recap what happened last time?
We went to have dinner at Strahd's castle, Castle Ravenloft.
Katrina did not have a good time.
Then we almost got eaten by a rug.
And then we tried to
Wait,
heist
did you say
dragon skull.
Eden or Yeaton?
Eaten.
Yes.
I heard Yeaton, and it was funny.
And then we heisted a skull.
You did heist a skull.
And Jasmine may or may not be evil now.
Yep, that.
But none of our characters know that.
None of your characters know? Would Jasmine know if she's evil
Exclusively
or not?
one person.
That's a good question. Would she know?
That is a good question.
Either way. When last we left off, we were just leaving the castle in our colorful cart,
Yes.
and we have the skull on board.
You do.
Those werewolves are there.
Nope. You're also going in the other direction, but like...
Why am I missing a health? I don't remember.
Now that I have some spell slots and we're on the move, you think I should,
You probably got hit by something in the castle.
Yeah, we haven't had a time to rest since
Oh,
the
it's
castle.
probably that vampire.
The heebie-jeebie.
Mhm.
Can't believe you guys didn't cover the heebie-jeebie in the...
I forgot about it until right now.
The heebie-jeebie demands not to be forgotten.
Don't forget to flip the card
must-
too.
Haunt your dreams for all time.
Also, the entire
Other
north of
direction.
castle is a fucking crater.
that's
Well-
still
There you go.
constantly on fire.
Yep.
A fire so large it is visible from practically space.
Well, from the other side of the hill, at least.
Mm-hmm.
From Velaki.
Mhm.
It's like barely visible at night. I mean, I guess part of that's it's so foggy that it's like...
It lights up the surrounding fog, so it basically looks brighter than it is, sort of a beacon in the night.
Yeah. And yeah, so you are heading... rushing, really. West along the road.
Since I have some spell slots, should I go ahead and finally open that locked stuff that we've been wanting to open since, like, literally forever?
Sure. I still very much need a break and some time to process everything that just happened, but you should be safe to open those. I'll sort of hand over the lockbox that we found all that time ago in the river ship.
Well, casting knock might scare the horses.
That's fair, it is a very loud noise.
We have to do that when we are at a safe distance and parked.
Yeah, I guess. Just keep putting it off, and I
well,
want to do it.
Yeah. Define safe distance.
That's a good question. Where are we even going?
I don't know anywhere but here. I don't think we can stay in Velaki anymore, though we should definitely stop by to get Irina back.
I think that our next destination ought to be where we can relieve ourselves of this skull.
That's a
Yeah,
very
we
good
need a
point.
headquarters.
Or we could just take it to where it's supposed to go.
Argynvost, then.
How far away is that?
Do the map.
On the other side of the Lucky, I know that much.
What were we supposed to do with it there?
I don't...
Let's us get into Argynvost Hold, if I remember correctly.
No. What the journals from the past adventuring party that my mother was part of said, they went to Argynvost Hold, and they were able to make it inside just fine, but something in there required the skull, which is why they went to the castle to retrieve it, and unfortunately, presumably, met their ends there. They never made it back.
Is the hold,
Well, I mean, Van Richten didn't mean his end there. You know, he lived for like 40 more years, or.
Yeah, we have his journal to prove it too.
Yeah. But regardless.
Well, okay, to be fair, it's only been like 20 years.
They did not make it back from the castle to Argynvost Holt as intended.
I don't even see it on the map.
I don't think you marked it. You know that it is somewhere sort of to the west of Vallaki?
Yeah, if anything from the journal.
is it inhabited?
We could ask the people in Vallaki. I don't think we've actually...
I think one of you read that it is abandoned. But that is, so says an old book.
Sounds like a good headquarters to me.
Wait, where are we making headquarters?
In Argynvost Holt, apparently, wherever it is.
Well, let's go there first and see if it's still abandoned.
We need to find out where it is before that, which means we're going to be stopping in Vallaki one way or another.
Just as well, you figure Valaki's on the way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if we should go inside the city proper or just sort of leave the cart outside and go in for a day trip or something. It's almost certainly safer inside the walls, but there are vampires there now.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we'll be safer inside the walls.
Well, there comes a time where, as much as a safe distance from Castle Ravenloft exists, you think you've achieved it.
Alright, let's park and give the horses a little rest and open up the locked book.
And the box.
From the ship.
Right, that too.
So which are you starting with?
The book, definitely.
I have a feeling we're not going to be able to, but there's no harm in trying.
Okay,
I
then
guess.
should we start with the ship box? Let's start with the ship box. Get the minor stuff out of the way first, I guess.
Alright.
Someone should stay with the horses to make sure they don't spook and run off.
I'll try to keep them calm.
Also, we can like hitch them to on a tree or something.
So you cast knock.
Yes.
Boom. The box opens. Inside are some old maps,
Not of Barovia, I assume.
not of Barovia. They look to be seafarers' maps.
Who could have seen that coming?
You also see calligraphers' supplies, a set of calligrapher supplies for map charting and map making.
Mhm.
A spyglass, as well as 34 gold pieces.
How
Just-
does that divide?
Well, a spyglass could be useful.
There's also 4 silver pieces as well.
Disappointing, but not unexpected.
That does not divide evenly by 4.
I'll take the spyglass.
It's yours.
Does it? No, 34 doesn't divide by 3 either.
The rest I think we can just leave in the cart.
I mean, you can.
It divides by 2.
Do we want to just throw it into a general party funds?
But where do we track that?
In our notes.
There does not appear to be a shared handout for party loot, though I thought there was
I can make one.
at some point.
We have a pin thing in Discord, but having a shared thing in Roll20 would be way better.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We spent most of that other loot anyway, so
Yeah.
Well, there's still a few things we can sell.
yeah, but we can just reference the.
It is in your journals now.
Yay!
I guess we'll just. We didn't have any leftover gold from the Volakovich chest, did we?
I think we used all of it, and then some of our own personal funds in order
We
to
took
get
a number
a
of
greater
coins out,
restoration.
but we didn't like completely clean it out. I don't think. I don't remember.
I thought we needed it all for the greater restoration scroll.
I think there was. Yeah,
We
but there
dumped
was
as
some.
much we could get out of it, but there was still some left to that over because we didn't like fully open it.
No, you were able to shimmy them all out.
Oh, okay. Anyway, someone write down that we got 34 shared gold.
We are unable to edit this handout.
Oh, let me
That'll do
fix
it.
that for you.
And you said there were 4 silver pieces as
Wait,
well?
was there a link?
Yeah, 4 silver.
It's just in the journal.
Yeah, it's at the top of the journal now in Roll20.
I mean, we can each just add 1 silver piece to our because that divides.
It does.
And silver's not super useful for shared funds anyway.
Mm-hmm.
There, someone just put in the value. Oh, I should uncheck magic weapon now. Quiet.
Okay, so I guess then we should open the
The book.
yes.
I'll hand over the book.
Remind me again where we got this from? It was far more recent, but there's
It was
a lot
in the
that
cart.
happened. Right. Van Richten's probably.
Apparently it was what the card said we needed. If it is held shut with an arcane lock, is suppressed for 10 minutes, so if it is an arcane lock, it won't be open forever, but enough that we can at least see what's in there.
Well, Arcane Lock is a spell, a specific
Oh,
spell.
okay.
You cast Knock again. It is still locked.
Who could have seen that coming?
Damn. So you think we need to find the key?
We need to find those elves that were mentioned in the journal.
You see that there is no keyhole. Like where there would be a keyhole on the latch, it's just like featureless. It's very peculiar.
Well, I guess there's nothing we can do about it now. We should probably keep moving before it, becomes nighttime
Agreed.
again.
It's
Yeah.
already nighttime.
No, it's like afternoon.
Alright.
Your dinner with Strahd was really more like a breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Also known as a vampire dinner.
That's fair.
So you resume moving then?
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, well, you've already passed through the gates because you figure this safe distance away from the castle includes being past the gates.
I'll
Right.
allow that.
But you make it to about let's say a third of the way through to Valaki. You're basically like through the woods now. You're like almost out of the woods. The first bit of woods after the gate. I can put you on the map. You're like about here now. And you see something in the road. And the horses stop.
Why are we stopped?
There are bodies in the way.
Bodies as in corpses?
You're not sure. You'd have to like get a closer look. But yeah, the horses like don't want to step on them.
Are they
Don't
living,
suppose it's-
dead, or undead?
I'm not sure we should get out, but maybe we have to. We can't just lead the horses around.
I'm going to carefully step outside the cart and sort of hold my hand up to the party as I sort of focus on the corpses in front of me. And I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts and see if any of them are thinking.
One of them is alive. Thinking is
See,
a
I
strong
wonder which
word
one that
for
is.
an unconscious person, but you detect the thoughts that you would get off of an unconscious person.
Which of
Mostly
them is
suppressed
unconscious?
dreams.
Presumably this one?
Yes.
One of them's still alive. The one in the middle.
Then I would say we should help her, but this is Barovia.
Just say the word and I can cast a spell. But I'm also cautious.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Alright, I will toss a level 1 healing word at her.
Should we, like, go towards her first? Like, I don't know. Tie her up or something?
She does not wake.
I don't like this.
But you can see from the from like the blood that's sort of everywhere. You can see that she was very wounded. Make me a medicine check.
I'm actually gonna take a look around. Does it look like she was fending off these creatures?
Do these?
Perhaps they do look like
They
vampires.
do, yeah, okay.
I'll make a medicine check.
Are the vampires dead?
Are there clear signs of a struggle here? Like she
Oh,
was
yeah.
fighting them?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, somebody was fighting.
Roll investigation.
Okay.
I'm going to investigate these bodies to see
That's
if they're...
not investigation. That's investigation.
Okay. You
I rolled the wrong skill, sorry.
Runs in the
Oof.
family.
Fucking rip.
you can't really tell who initiated and who was defending. You assume, like, you think it's a reasonable assumption that the vampires were not defending or fending off an attacker, but you know,
Hmm.
you don't see specific signs of that. You're just like, oh yeah, well, they're vampires, of course. Marcus, you just look at one of the vampires and turn its head, open its mouth, look at its teeth, like, yep, they're vampires, all right.
Are they dead, though? That's really what I want to determine.
Hard to say.
I'll roll medicine.
Is there enough
now.
sunlight out that it would hurt a vampire?
Welcome to Barovia. No.
Is what's considered daylight in Barovia enough to harm a vampire?
You don't think so.
Fucking rip.
Do we want to just, like, put stakes in their hearts?
I have
Just-
2 stakes on me, but we'd have to make a third for the last one.
Jasmine,
Oops, I
you
didn't
can
mean
tell.
to make that a GM roll. My cat must have. Sorry.
Okay.
It's
well,
a 20 for everybody
yeah,
who's wondering.
Yeah, it's a 20. You can
non-natural.
tell that Camus's healing spell has stabilized this woman.
Okay, but it'll be a
But-
little bit before she wakes up, probably.
Yeah, she's gonna need to like be taken to get like real help.
Okay, well then let's put her on the
You
cart.
figure that vampire bites are not your forte. But like you definitely see vampire bites on her.
Yeah.
She's
and-
probably screwed already then.
I mean, is that how you turn into a vampire? I mean, in some settings it is, in some settings it's more involved than that. So I'll ask
make
Marcus.
Marcus, make a knowledge check.
A knowledge check?
Yeah, like Arcana, Nature, that kind of thing.
Got it.
I'm not really sure which one it would be, so I'll just allow whatever.
I just know.
Sort of. You do a lot of monsters, and you're sort of figuring out the difference.
Oof.
You know that that's how it works with werewolves. You're not
That's not helpful here.
entirely sure about vampires.
Fair.
Like your first instinct is I'm pretty sure you're thinking of werewolves, but
Yeah, okay.
I mean, on the
Yeah.
other hand, haven't all of us been bitten by vampires, like, within the last
true.
week?
We got bitten by werewolves, that was fun. I don't
Yeah, and that
remember
one
the
we
other
actually
parts.
had to remove Curse.
But we got bites during the Feast of St. Andrew. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they took
Yeah.
away like all your max hit points.
Yeah. After the one lieutenant that we hate also did that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
When we got attacked in Blinsky, she was a full vampire, right?
Yeah, you
During
look
the
at me,
Feast
I'm
of
like-
St.
I'm
Andrew,
just like-
maybe they were just spawned.
I'm like, no, I think that's only a thing for werewolves. Like, remember, a lot of us got bit back in Vallaki, and we're fine.
From what I understand, it's not enough for a vampire to bite someone to transfer the curse. They have to die from it.
Well,
Okay, well
makes sense.
let's try to make sure she doesn't
Well,
die then.
yeah.
I think Barovia does not need more vampires.
Well, as you have determined, she is now stable, but would need more help in waking up.
I'm going to.
Katrina, as you examine this person, you recognize her. It is your mother.
I
Oh,
What the
shit.
hell?
drop to my
Fuck.
knees, and I just like
What?
there
the hell?
are tears in my eyes, and I am just like crying at this point. And I go to hug her.
Are you okay? Do you...
It wasn't.
I was thinking the token looked familiar.
Why are you? There are a lot of things that Katrina is sort of unformed half thoughts that are just like, why are you here? You were supposed to be safe. Katrina is very much like in denial that her mother got caught up in the mists as well and is in this state before her. She is openly bawling at this point.
I really hate to interrupt a tearful reunion, and I get that this is very emotional for you, but maybe we can do this in the cart and keep moving.
Katrina backs away and just nods, wiping tears from her face, but still.
It'll be better for her as well. We need to get somewhere safe.
I know.
Marcus, could you help me line up these vampire corpses? Or not
Sure.
corpses? I don't know.
I mean, if they're lying there, can we just cut their heads
Double
off?
corpses.
I will help.
Katrina and Jasmine presumably are going to carry Celeste's body into the cart.
Yes.
Her name was Sylvia, but yeah.
Sylvia.
So,
Celeste is her middle name. Shut up. Sylvia.
Sure. I was about to say, who the fuck is Celeste?
Sylvia. I was not looking at my notes, and I said the name that I did remember.
Heh.
Anyway.
Sylvia.
Alright, so
If you cut a vampire's head off, can it function?
They regenerate, don't they? They can, like,
Regenerate
zoom
whole
back to their
bodies?
coffin and regenerate.
that sounds like it could be a thing.
What I said or what Camus said?
What Kama said.
Alright, then
Once they're in a line, I'm going to cast Tidal Wave.
to do
And
what?
presumably the running water should destroy
Oh.
them.
That's clever.
Mm.
I knew
Alright,
running water
yeah,
was a
they're
good... Just like I knew running water was a good trick, but I didn't think to use a spell to do it.
yeah, they're bad time. They're sort of blown all over the place.
Nice. It's gonna
And
make this
looking-
section of the road really muddy, though.
Yeah,
Muddy
lot of
roads
mud.
are greater than vampire roads.
That is true.
That is a good spell to have.
Yep.
Well, we better get moving then. Foom.
This just reinforces my belief that we need an HQ.
Is Jasmine coming?
Oh, yeah.
Alright, you begin moving again. With +1 person.
Just gonna sort of. I assume we've sort of sat Sylvia up against one of the walls of the cart. Katrina's just gonna lean against the wall next to her and just sort of snuggle, cry against her
Mm.
unconscious form. This is the worst fucking day. Holy shit.
Does anyone have anything else to say? Ask Katrina, maybe?
I mean, I have suspicions about how she ended up here, but I have a feeling that mentioning that is not gonna make things any better.
Mm.
Yeah, I think we're thinking the same thing.
So it is a uncomfortably silent ride, save for Katrina's sobs.
Eventually, the crying will stop, but it's the emotion is still there.
Right. Well, you continue to advance along the road, and very soon you see the old windmill coming into view. It's like the
Oh
only
yeah.
landmark. Well, the castle's a landmark, but it's the landmark in this direction. As you make it to
Shift ping,
like
please.
over here. Yeah.
I'm way too zoomed in. Thank you.
And you see up ahead on the road, right, there's like this curve, but you can see the road's going to curve before you get there, but you can see about a mile, a little less than a mile off, half a mile off maybe, a little more than half. You see something. Roll
Something as
perception to
in.
make it out.
Okay.
What do your elf eyes see, Camus?
Shit. They see shit. Oh, I guess the 14 or the 10. The 10's the one I rolled first.
Marcus, it looks like people. Like a bunch of people.
What kind of people?
Jasmine, some of those are not people.
Zombies?
Oh boy.
It's
Some of those are
zombies.
werewolves.
Fucking werewolves.
Is it, are they waiting to ambush us?
Some of them do not look like werewolves.
Are they attacking the ones that don't look like werewolves?
You don't see combat.
What?
But it does look like a surrounding maneuver.
Are the humans or the werewolves doing the surrounding?
The werewolves are doing the
Like
surrounding.
you needed to ask that question.
I mean, it isn't necessarily humans. It could be vampires. So.
I don't want to have to fight more werewolves.
You heard how Strahd commanded. Kirill was his name? The werewolves are under his control as well.
So then we should try to help these people?
But I don't think we can.
You hit the curve in the road and can no longer see them, but you can discuss what you want to do when you get there. Like you have the time to plan and prepare.
Well, I guess it depends on whether the attack is over by the time we get there. Should we hurry up?
There's already so much going on. I want to help everyone, but I don't think it's possible.
I happen to agree. The only person here in this land that we know can remove the curse of lycanthropy is in where we're running away from. So.
Well, I'm sure there are other people who can cast Remove Curse, but... I hate to say it, but I think probably you're right.
Yeah. I don't think some of us are in the condition to fight right now anyway.
Well, you're coming around the curve, and you get a better look at them. The people in the center appear to be elves.
Oh, damn it.
And you are still a bit further away than what this map suggests, but this is what you see.
Oh god. Oh, fuck. Very fuck.
Okay, so
This is very fuck.
oh wait, is that Kirill?
Yes.
Ah,
We
balls.
are not equipped for this.
We're not, but based on the journal, the elves are the ones who know how to open this book's lock. There are probably other elves here, but this is also an opportunity.
Yeah, plus Kirill's insulted us before, you know? He's rude, we don't like him.
We
I
are
mean, you know, not that...
fighting them. We can't. We will die.
We might not have to fight him. Kirill knows us now, and he knows how important specifically you are, Katrina.
It's
Carol
true, if you
turns
stand
to
up to
face
him.
you, perceiving you. You imagine he smelled you, and then, you know, it's like... But you are seen. As you approach. Assuming you approach.
Yeah,
Too late now.
I
Like,
think
break.
Katrina should tell him to back the fuck up.
I feel like this is the session where the GM decides to throw all the fuck you at the party.
I mean, that's just this campaign in general.
I'm not prepared for this.
This is gonna go wrong in so many ways.
I will slowly open the cart and step out and into view. Trying to keep as neutral of an expression as I can.
Carol's expression is not neutral. Even from here, you can see a very prideful, grin. It's very cocky.
Hello, Kirill. Wonderful to see you again. Are we interrupting anything? Deception on the wonderful to see you again.
Eh. As a matter of fact, you are. And with a big, sweeping arm motion, he sort of beckons you to come over as he sort of shows you.
I will
Like,
take
you
a
are.
glance.
I'll
Come
follow
see.
Katrina to back her up.
I'm taking a glance at the party to see if they want me to approach, and if so, I will approach.
I'll approach with you.
I'll strategically stay near the horses.
Right.
I guess I was driving.
You removed a number from my pack last night.
We would not have had to if they had not carelessly attacked us.
Oh, you misunderstand. I'm not blaming you. But I must do what I need to replenish their number.
Who are they then? Those who would be your new recruits.
Wouldn't you believe it? I found me some dusk elves. They may very well just be the last ones in Barovia. It's a sad story, really. And soon they'll be mine. If they survive. Unless, of course, and he turns back to you, and will sort of get in your face, you have something to say about it.
Katrina will just
You tell
take
him,
a
Katrina.
step back.
No, Katrina, you need to do this. Why are you so afraid of him? You know, he can't hurt you. If he hurts you, he's dead. He knows it.
I'm going to turn to Jasmine and say, he can't hurt me, but he can hurt the rest of you.
I can hurt you. He will put his hand on your neck in a very threatening display of strength.
I'm gonna fucking bite him.
without actually hurting you. He says, if I wanted to, I could so easily hurt you.
I'm panicking and I am biting his fucking hand to try and get him to let go of me.
I just can't kill you. But I can certainly hurt you. Roll your bite. He takes the bite. Does this count as magical damage?
I don't know. I don't think it does.
It says simple melee.
Simple melee assumes not magic.
He just lets you do it. He just lets you do it. He doesn't even react. Well, I mean, he reacts, but it's the same, you know. He's not reacting to the damage. He's reacting to your attempt.
I am gonna struggle and try and
he will
get out of his grasp.
Oh, he's not grasping you anymore. He just like placed his hand on your neck.
Okay.
Like you know in that scene with Bane.
Okay.
And that like finance dude and like, do you feel in charge? He's basically doing that to you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel in charge?
As soon as he lets go, Katrina's gonna like drop to her knees, sort of not really able to keep herself up real for the moment. Just start breathing heavily.
I'm getting real tired of taking shit from this dude.
I'm just pretty sure we're gonna die if we try to fight here.
But we need those elves.
Unless we can get some real strategic AoEs, I don't know.
I'm going to eventually sort of calm my breathing down, stand up, and turn
Pearl's
to
just waiting for you to get your bearings back. He's just, casually watching you.
Jasmine and Camus in turn, and just tell them, get back to the cart, get ready to go as soon as I get back.
All right,
Carol,
you got this.
you wouldn't mind
Trina.
showing me this stock you've procured for yourself? I haven't seen many Dusk Elves before. Rahadin is the only real example of what they look like that I have. And you know how eccentric he can get.
Oh, yes.
I will
He will
just sort
take
of
you to them. He will also look at this person and say, watch them.
Oh boy.
Gladly.
This is going to go horribly.
Marcus, you see Vivian.
Yeah.
She just casually leans against a tree and waves hi at you. She smiles. Her teeth are very pointy.
I'm aware and putting things together right now.
Are the Dusk Elves restrained in any way?
No.
Okay.
They do have weapons out, but it is very clear that they are like outnumbered, outmatched. The werewolves are sort of encircling them, like they are moving around. So there's a lot of like circling and moving and looking going on. It's like one of those, surrounded caravan kind of deals.
I'm going to use telepathic speech with the closest one I can see, and just say, I can only save one of you. Choose amongst yourselves and step forward. And I'll sort of move just barely away from Carol.
He will stay close to you.
This is a bad idea.
I want you to roll deception.
Whatever
Okay.
you're doing is a bad idea.
And he says, if you are considering something, then you should consider the risk. I don't know what's going on in that head of yours. But if you're planning something, it might work. It might not. The wolves get closer in.
I will
Tell me.
I'll look at the same person again, sort of ignoring Kirill, but in the telepathic speech, since I have not gotten a response yet, I will ask, are there more of you? I can tell the others what fate befell you.
There is one other.
Rahadin?
Fuck that guy, he doesn't count. Yeah, you get revulsion at the telepathic mention of Rahadin. That traitor is not one of us.
Good to know you hate him too.
Tell me, Katrina. Do you want these elves?
Not actually casting that. I just clicked the wrong button. One of them. The rest are yours.
One. But you see, to replace my lost pack, I need all of them.
And are humans not sufficient? Can't you find as many of them as you want in the village of Barovia, or Vallaki, or even Kresk? Why do you need these, in particular?
Maybe. If I'm being honest, I'll need more than this. As I said, I need all 5 if they survive. They may not, and then I'll need more.
If they survive.
The question is, why should I give one to you? And a twisted little smile sort of appears on his face, and he says, "Are you ordering me to, Von Zorovna?"
Do it.
Fuck. I am going.
And he will sort of lead you away from them.
As he moves to try and
neutral.
As he
ground.
tries to lead me away from them, I am going to do several things at once. Bonus action, try and shove him away.
Okay, that's a
this is
strength
gonna
save.
go really badly.
Yes.
What's the DC? 16?
16.
You do not succeed. Or rather, he does. You do push him for a little bit, but then he transforms.
Oh boy. That's too small.
And he will
that was my bonus action. As my actual action, I'm going to cast darkness, centered such that we are both within it. And I'm using sorcery points for this so I can see through it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to circle around him. And that's all I can really do without risking opportunity attacks right now, but I'm gonna try and get close to one of them and sort of fucking book it. This is my plan.
This is
You hear-
the worst plan ever.
It is the worst plan.
You hear a
Should've just
growling
told her.
voice. I can still smell you. But like way deeper than that.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's my turn. Now everyone else goes.
Oh, you just fucked us over.
I'm sorry!
What's your AC?
I don't have enough magic for shield, so it's 12.
You are grabbed.
fuck.
And then, after you are grabbed, you are smacked for 12 slashing damage. And I need you to roll a concentration on that spell.
Yeah, I fucking do.
Nice.
It is still dark.
Okay, so I'm grappled, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So it would be my action to try and break out of the grapple, yeah?
Yes.
I am going to do so. Or attempt.
You fail.
Gonna use my bonus action to try and shove him away again.
Alright. You fail. This hulking monstrosity of a... You're not really sure what he is. He is not a normal werewolf. Is too strong for you to push.
I drop concentration on darkness and just... I yield.
And he will turn back, while still holding you. He still has this one-handed grip on you, even in quote-unquote human form, and says, "Come, let us be civilized." You have cunning. I'll grant you that. But you lack the will of your father.
There's nothing I could say to disprove that, so Katrina's gonna stay quiet.
He will sort of just throw you in this direction.
I sort of crumple to the ground.
Yeah. You will not order me. You have not the dominance.
Okay, I'm gonna do something really stupid.
Well, we've already done a bunch of stupid things, so what's one more stupid thing?
I propose a trade.
What do we even have to trade?
I will take the place of one of these Dusk Elves.
Are you an idiot?
Katrina's looking at you with that same expression like, are you fucking mad?
He looks at you. He looks disinterested.
I'd imagine that outside elves are far rarer in Barovia than the Dusk Elves, even if there are only 6 of them.
True, but why do I care?
You seem to be very interested in these Dusk Elves.
He shrugs. Roll insight.
If I can find it. There it is.
Yeah, he shrugs. You can't really get a read off of it.
I'm gonna keep stepping forward.
How about a different trade? And he will call out to Vivian. Do you see what I smell? She says, oh yes.
This is going very bad.
Katrina is just going to shoot her gaze directly at the cart.
I never forget a scent. And my nose is never wrong.
I'm just going to
You are not the only one to return to Barovia.
get up and start running to the car to try and interpose myself between Vivian and my mother.
He doesn't stop you. He follows you, but he is just calmly walking. I offer you a choice. Your father has always understood the value of strategic decisions. I offer you all 5 lives for 1.
The telepathic connection lasts for like 6 minutes, so I'm still sort of mind linked to one of them.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask, almost with desperation in my voice, please, if you can tell me where they are, I can at least make sure they're safe.
The response that you get from this elf is, can you save all of us? There is an equal amount of desperation, if not more so.
Does that mean that you still have the telepathic connection with
I see 3 outcomes here.
with
We do the
Camus
trade, we
and
don't do the trade,
Jasmine?
and leave, or we TPK.
Only one connection at a time.
Okay.
I mean, my thoughts are, if we're gonna kill Strahd anyway... Well, no, never mind. Because he doesn't... Strahd thinks... Never mind.
What
I
will it be,
accept.
Katrina? You will sacrifice 1 life to save 5?
It's not a sacrifice. And I'm going to look at him with determination in my eyes. Let me be very clear. You are not to harm her. You are not to transform her into one of your thralls. You may bring her back to my father and the castle, and that is it. If I understand, he's been looking for her for some time now. And I imagine he would not take very kindly to you laying an untoward finger on her.
Oh, my dear. What do you think I was going to do with her? Of course, I will be taking her back to the castle.
I want you to promise me.
A promise? A word of advice, girl. Promises are so easily broken.
And what if my father finds out how easily you break them?
I don't make promises to your father. I follow his orders. An order is not a promise. He spares a glance at your mother and says, "Is this an order from you?"
You will not harm her.
Roll either persuasion or intimidate, your choice. I will not harm her. By your father's orders, not yours. And then he will leap onto the cart, pick her up, leap off with her. Let them go. And then the werewolves all will fuck off into the trees.
If she were conscious, this would be a lot easier.
Until next time, little Zarovna.
As they leave, Katrina's just gonna fall to her knees again and let out this desperate, just agonized and mournful cry.
Does Vivian also leave, or is she just gonna stand there?
She stays there. She lingers. She's like, well, that wasn't as exciting as I had hoped it would be.
I really don't want to fight her right now.
She's just looking at you.
I will look back at her.
So
Oh, I remember this one. She'll look at Jasmine.
Yeah.
And I still smell that alchemist bitch on you.
Wrong choice of words.
We'll have to do something about that, won't we? And she will disappear.
So, Kiro, is he like running away, or is he just like
Casually walking.
Well, he is moving fast. He's
okay?
not running away, but he is traversing to Castle Ravenloft at a very fast speed.
I'm going to go over to Jasmine because I know she has the most spell casting capabilities.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't know if we can. If there's a way to get her, I think I can give us a way to get away.
Get her as in, like, kill her, or, like...
No. Get Sylvia's body, get it onto the cart. If we can get her from there to here, I think that I can get us away.
Roll perception.
Then the elves might be screwed.
If the elves are on the cart too, we can all clown car our way in.
Camus, what do your elf eyes see? Your elf eyes see, Kirill is transformed into his monstrous form, and he is zooming along.
Okay. In that case, it's probably too late.
Yeah, I think
He
so.
is, he is very fast. With that perception, you think he even has speed to spare.
Trina's just gonna slowly, silently get up, just staring at the ground, climb onto the cart, just go curl up in a corner.
Thank you. For saving our lives. I know it must be difficult. But you have saved more lives than you have sacrificed.
We haven't sacrificed anybody anyway. We'll get her back.
If you say so.
That seems unlikely.
He won't
Well-
kill her. He may turn her, but she won't die.
Turning is death.
And there's life after it, no?
One can only hope. Be that as it may, you have saved ours. And possibly our entire race. Doomed as we are. We are forever in your debt.
Perhaps you can cash in one of those favors now.
They look at you like oh?
I'm gonna show them the book. We have reason to believe that you might know how to unlock this.
One of them will look at it. Casimir would know of these things.
Can we meet Casimir?
Is that the... Well, I wouldn't actually... Never mind.
Who is this?
He is one of ours. Had we been taken, he would be the last of our kind in these lands. Yes, I do remember this book. Some years ago, it was brought to us, and Casimir helped them open it. Yes, I remember now. I do remember what he told them. It seems you will not have to track him down after all. He offers a sort of friendly but weary smile. Let me see. And he racks his memory. I distinctly recall he said, "Blood is the key."
He didn't happen to specify whose blood.
It was a point of contention. It was not just anyone's blood, because those adventurers left disappointed and frustrated.
A vampire's blood, maybe?
I believe so, yes. If memory serves, I believe so. More than that, I cannot say.
I think we can figure that out. I want Katrina to try it, because I think there's a pretty good chance.
Well, you know where to find me.
I gotta put my cat out.
So Katrina's not like actively listening.
No, I am in my own little world of grief over here.
So as the elves were like, "Oh, you have our gratitude," blah, like directly to you.
Mm-hmm.
You're like not listening.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for the information. And don't waste the lives we just returned to you.
Of course. We were headed to Vallaki.
That's probably a bad place to go.
Ever since Volakovich was disposed of, we figured we could return there. The city was once our home.
Strahd's men are in power.
Strahd's men are everywhere.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
The elves were just talking about how they were going to Vallaki because Volakovich ain't there anymore.
If you are set in this decision, we are headed that direction ourselves. It will probably be very crowded on this cart.
Well, we could walk, kind of. I mean, some of us could ride and some of us could walk.
We would welcome the companionship.
There is safety in numbers.
If you do have more questions about the book, you should seek out Casimir. They just say as you are on the way.
Where might we find this Casimir?
He was investigating something to the south. He is our best wizard. He has the most knowledge of any of us on the manner of spells and the arcane. At least of us remaining. Such is the fate of a dying people. He too may return to Vallaki with the news. We had planned to reconvene with him there, so that would be your best bet.
Good to know.
So yeah, you're on the road with the elves. Is Katrina still,
She'll eventually get over it, but
yeah.
I'll ride in the back of the cart with Katrina.
if you don't mind me asking, what happened? Why do you keep calling yourselves a doomed people?
History happened.
Am I aware of this history?
Roll history. You do recall reading the book that mentioned them, although it was kind of limited in scope and you're not really sure what you remember. But, you know, their leader dude will sort of tell the story anyway. We were a proud people once. Until we were brought into the fold under the reign of King Barov. You perhaps would know this man as Strahd von Zarevich's father. Your grandfather, if I understood your discussion with the beast correctly.
You did.
Strahd took us here when he conquered this land. We aided him in the battles in the conquest. And we aided him in his magical research. our we grew prideful. Many of us resented our new status for all of the privileges that my people did enjoy under Strahd's rule. There were those of us who wished to reclaim our former glory. That rebellion was put down. Our numbers were reduced, and many of our women were made examples of. You see, our society was originally a matriarchal one. And many of the instigators were the women of formerly noble families. After that conflict, our population was never the same.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Volokovich's purges centuries later was merely the final nail in our coffin. A senseless conflict that was.
I hope that Volokovich's fear did not stain the minds of the populace.
One can only hope. Much
hope
as I
you'll
hope
be
that Volokovich's fate was what he deserved.
It was.
Good. I may not like Strahd's reign, but I understand it. Volokovich. He shakes his head, not wanting to finish the sentence. Or not being able to find the words to finish
I hope
the
you will
sentence.
be as safe within the city as you believe.
Strahd's considerable wrath has calmed down significantly since the end of our conflict with him. At least, his wrath against us. Today we are no more threatened than the rest of Barovia by him. He takes a swig from his flask for what it's worth.
Eventually, I will sort of like sigh and turn to Jasmine and say, "I'm sorry, I was kind of out of it back there. Did we find a way to open the book?"
Oh, maybe.
What do you mean, maybe?
Well, apparently it needs a vampire's blood. Not sure if it's a specific vampire, but I thought maybe you could give it a try.
I would be surprised if it worked, but
I
why
wouldn't
not?
be. You are the daughter of Strahd von Zarovich.
So everyone keeps repeating. Give it here.
So how are you gonna do this?
Take off one of my gloves. Same hand that I've been like nervously biting every so often. And bring it to my mouth, bite down again, and sort of squeeze a drop of blood on the latch.
You squeeze a drop on the latch. Nothing appears to happen.
Sort of try and thumb it open with my finger, sort of shove the latch out of the way.
It is still locked.
Damn.
I'm not a true vampire. I thought I made that clear.
I know, but I hoped it might be enough.
But I do know someone who is.
Perhaps we're thinking of the same thing. Whoever Irina's staying with.
Looks like we'll be having a somewhat extended stay in Vallaki regardless. Before we move on.
So what did we actually figure out?
Katrina's blood does not open the thing. Presumably needs to be the blood of a true vampire, and we know a true vampire who is currently taking care of Irina. Is our journey otherwise unmolested after the unfortunate run-in with Kirill?
Yes, so the cart plus the 5 additional Dusk Elves serving as guards, pretty much a deterrent against any of like the wolves or standard threats that you might see on the road. The werewolves too have clearly decided to leave you alone after that encounter.
At the behest of Kirill, no doubt.